From populist outsider to accused traitor. Călin Georgescu, Romania's once surging presidential candidate, now faces charges of plotting a violent coup, with Kremlin backing. As digital warfare, paramilitary plots, and hybrid disinformation emerge, the world asks, was this an election or a covert assault on democracy itself? Romanian prosecutors announced on September 16th that Călin Georgescu, who won the first round of the country's presidential election last November, is now charged with plotting to violently overthrow the government. The man who went from complete unknown to Romania's leading presidential candidate in a matter of weeks now stands accused of conspiracy to destroy the very democracy that nearly elected him. The charges stem from a dramatic police operation in December 2024, when Romanian authorities intercepted 21 armed individuals heading toward Bucharest. These weren't ordinary protesters carrying signs and slogans. According to prosecutors, they were carrying knives and guns, planning what officials describe as violent actions of a subversive nature that would endanger national security and Romania's constitutional order. The timing tells a crucial story. Just one day after Romania's Constitutional Court annulled Georgescu's shocking electoral victory on December 6 last year, citing alleged Russian interference, prosecutors say Georgescu met with Horatiu Potra, the leader of a paramilitary group, at a horse farm on the outskirts of Bucharest. This wasn't a casual political discussion. According to the indictment, they were planning to exploit what prosecutors call the maximum social tension following the court's decision. Romania's prosecutor, General Alex Florenta, confirmed the charges at a press conference, stating that Georgescu had certainly benefited from a Russian influence campaign. The prosecutor painted a picture of coordinated subversion, explaining,
"The plot aimed to change the constitutional order, or to make it more difficult or prevent the exercise of state power."
But Potra, the alleged military mastermind behind this conspiracy, remains a ghost. Romanian authorities believe he has fled to Russia, where he's seeking asylum. Florenta revealed that Potra is now in contact with Russian authorities to obtain asylum in the country. 20 other members of Potra's paramilitary group will face trial alongside Georgescu, who could receive up to 25 years in prison if convicted. The international implications became clear when US Vice President J.D. Vance defended Georgescu, accusing the Romanian government of cancelling the vote based on flimsy suspicions of Russian meddling. Understanding Călin Georgescu requires looking beyond the headlines to grasp how a virtually unknown agricultural engineer became Romania's most controversial political figure. Born in Bucharest in 1962, Georgescu holds a doctorate in pedology, the scientific study of soil. His early career was spent in Romania's Environment Ministry during the 1990s, and for 13 years from 1999 to 2012, he represented Romania on the United Nations Environment Programme's National Committee. This background makes his political transformation all the more striking. Once a member of Romania's far-right Alliance for the Unity of Romanians party, Georgescu left in 2022 after colleagues accused him of being pro-Russian and overly critical of NATO. His controversial statements include describing Romanian fascist and nationalist leaders from the 1930s and 1940s as national heroes, positions that place him firmly outside mainstream Romanian politics. Georgescu's foreign policy views reveal the depth of his challenge to Western institutions. He has praised Vladimir Putin as a man who loves his country and dismissed Ukraine as an invented state, though he denies being pro-Russian. In a December interview with the Associated Press, Georgescu insisted Romania's Western alliances remain secure, but only if they serve the sovereignty of the country and nothing else. His domestic agenda focuses on what he calls agricultural sovereignty, supporting Romanian farmers, reducing import dependence, and ramping up local energy and food production. But it's his proposal for a sovereign distribution model based on what he terms participatory democracy that reveals his broader ambitions. This system would allegedly make truth, freedom, and sovereignty the axes of values in Romania's development. The social media dimension of Georgescu's rise cannot be understated. His TikTok account exploded from obscurity to 4.3 million likes and 679,000 followers, garnering 92.8 million views primarily within 2 months before the election. According to Expert Forum, a Bucharest-based think tank, this growth appeared sudden and artificial, similar to his polling results. The most visible theme pushed on his TikTok was peace, specifically the need for Romania to stop supporting Ukraine in order not to involve Romania in war. The scope of Russian interference in Romania's election, as revealed by prosecutors, represents one of the most comprehensive digital manipulation campaigns ever documented in a European democracy. Prosecutor General Florenta described Romania as the favorite target of extensive hybrid campaigns by Moscow, involving cyber attacks and disinformation designed to disrupt the 2024 election completely. According to a Bloomberg report, the numbers are staggering. 4 companies with proven links to the Russian Federation orchestrated a digital army that reached at least 1.3 million Romanian citizens. Over 2,000 Facebook accounts and approximately 20,000 automated TikTok accounts worked in coordination to boost Georgescu's campaign in the days before the vote. This wasn't random social media activity, but what Florenta called
The type of campaign that was being carried out ran under the radar.
TikTok's own analysis, conducted at Romanian prosecutors' request, identified 2 coordinated networks promoting Georgescu, including the so-called Pravda network, meaning truth in Russian, that had previously supported Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The platform revealed how algorithms linked to social networks had escaped traditional monitoring methods, allowing foreign manipulation to operate undetected until after the electoral damage was done. The cyber warfare extended beyond social media manipulation. Ransomware attacks associated with pro-Russian groups Lockbit, Lynx, Akira, and Ransom Hub targeted over 13 state institutions, 12 transport firms, and 17 banks. The investigation revealed AI-generated content and cloned websites of legitimate media outlets and public institutions, creating a parallel information ecosystem that fed disinformation directly to Romanian voters. Florenta explained how this content was designed to amplify social unrest and weaken trust in Romania's democracy, with algorithms ensuring maximum reach among susceptible populations. President Nicu Șordan, who ultimately won the rescheduled election in May 2025, called the prosecutor's analysis proof that Russia had exercised systematic disinformation in Romania. The current president emphasized how Moscow had tried to substantially influence the 2024 election through what prosecutors now classify as hybrid warfare tactics. The trial, expected to begin in early 2026, will provide the first comprehensive legal examination of Russian electoral interference in a NATO member state, potentially setting precedents for how democracies respond to hybrid warfare in the digital age.